Hello, welcome or welcome back. Today we have a really cool move for you. We have a side triangle off this spinning armbar. So first, get the spinning armbar. From here, underhook their far arm, get your kimura grip, go to your forehead, get your feet locked, underhook their tricep, and then you have yourself a side triangle choke. This move is super cool. It's definitely approved by some of the top players in jiu-jitsu. So here, kimura grip, elbow to the ground, and let's say they're just hanging on and you can't break the grip. Perfect. The top leg serves to go in your knee pit and you can lock up the triangle. Now here, I'm gonna make a mistake and I wanna see, you see how we could do the hitchhiker escape, the armbar escape off the spinning armbar? Here's a tip. Whenever you do a spinning armbar, if you even see a gap right here, you can get that underhook, spin around and capture the near side leg. Until you can get that kimura grip and go to your forehead. Going to your forehead is what gets their back off the ground. That way you can get that side triangle lockup. And grabbing the near side leg is what prevents them from turning into you to get that armbar escape. So always remember to grab that leg when you're doing the spinning armbar. And anytime that you are trying for the spinning armbar, the key is to look for any separation between their far side elbow and their torso. And conversely, if you're always getting spinning armbarred, you're leaving some space there. Now here is something really great. So let's say you're trying to get this side triangle and they put their hand up to their head to defend against the choke because that diminishes the pressure on their carotid arteries so their brain can get more oxygen via blood flow. Now let's say they do that, well, they have just separated their hands, and if they separate their hands to defend the choke, then that leaves open arm attacks, arm locks. So from here, you switch the kimura grip, you scissor your legs and switch your base, and now you have what we call in our curriculum a step over kimura. And the beauty of this step over kimura is even if they have their arm straight, a straight arm is typically what you use to defend against kimuras and Americanas, even if they have their arm straight, you can still get this kimura. So from here, I go for he defends against the choke. I switch my arms. I'm trying to get this right here. I switch my arms, scissor my legs, and from here is the kimura. So again, from a different angle, you know, you have knee on belly, you get the spinning arm bar, make sure you capture that leg. You get the kimura grip, you go to your forehead in order to get their back up off the ground, you shoot your leg in, you get that triangle, they defend against the triangle, separating their arms, therefore you can now get this kimura even if the arm is straight.
Next, ladies and gentlemen, we have three fine young men from Seattle. Here they are. Nirvana!
Stop yourself without any words. I got so high, scratch it, I bled. Love myself.
I love pairing techniques together. This is a Gordan Ryan special. He loves to do this combination and it is super effective. And the nice thing about pairing it with the spinning armbar is that your leg is typically weaved inside their bottom arm. You can get a traditional triangle if your inside leg is weaved outward. You'll see. I have during this roll coming up. Alright, so here I am. I'm grappling she is a white belt. She's a very feisty white belt. So now what we're trying to do is we are trying to put this side triangle choke and step over kimura in action via, you know, the spinning armbar. So now I'm going for a clamp kimura. And she successfully defends it by rolling out of it. Now I'm going for a kimura again in order to invert and get into this armbar position. So from the armbar position, the outside leg weaves on the inside of the far arm in order to get the side triangle. If you do it the other way, then you're gonna get a regular triangle. So from here, she is doing a good job of keeping her arms together as I'm trying to separate her arms to go for the kimura. So here, because her arms aren't separated, it would have been wiser for me to go for the choke. So if their arms are clasped together, go for the choke. But here, I just, you know, sometimes I have my mind set on something and I'm just trying to go for it. So here I weave my leg inside in order to get the setup for the triangle even when I'm inverted. So once you see how you weave your leg in, then you can see it from different angles even if you have them in turtle. So that's how I got to this side triangle from a different position other than the spinning armbar. Here was the transition to the kimura. Oh, this is a great single leg. She goes, this was a great takedown. She went from a single to a double. And right now I'm working to keep my butterfly hooks in to go for a sweep as she's working to pass my guard. So right now I have the right hook in, and so I need to trap her, the left side arm, in order to get the sweep.
Today is gonna be the day that they're gonna throw it back to you. By now you should have.
When I'm in side control, when you have side control, you can very easily go to knee on belly, and then from knee on belly, I get the spinning armbar. And again, when I was first a blue belt, there was a purple belt that used to get spinning arm bars on me all the time. And it was because I left maybe like a centimeter open. So sometimes what I like to do is, if you have knee on belly and they're doing like a good job of keeping their knee to, or keeping their elbow to their torso, sometimes you can do little things to distract them, like go for the near side arm, or just, you know, distract them in such a way that all of a sudden they forget about their elbow. And that's what I do in order to get them distracted enough so that it gives me some space.
Today is gonna be the day that they're gonna throw it back to you. By now you should have somehow realized what you gotta do. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now.
So here I have back control, and I need to slide my bottom leg under her in order to get back control. So if I can't get that, what I like to do is I like to belly out so I can get to my knees. That way I can still have a dominant position instead of losing back control and losing a dominant position. From here, I'm using my knee to knee slide to get a knee on belly, and then use a switch over in order to get to the other side. And then now I'm working to get the kimura grip and then to lace my leg, my outside leg across to the inside of her far elbow to then get the side triangle on.
I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now.
You're doing a really good job of fighting it. Like, of course, you know, when you're drilling it, it's so easy. And we get the kimura. So it's very interesting. So even if they have a straight arm, even if they try to get up to their knees, once you have that side triangle kimura, no matter where they are orientated in space, you can still get the finish.
I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now.
Roddy's on the microphone with Ross MG. All people in the dance will agree that we're well qualified.
All right, you guys, I just got back from the gym and I am starving right now. We're gonna have to hold on one second. Okay, this is better. I was about ready to get hangry on y'all. So again, knee on belly, and I'm looking, I want inside position. Always when passing, I have my head low. And I'm looking to knee cut over. Head position is really key when you're passing guard. You either want to have your head on their inside clavicle or you want cross body control. So again, we have a side triangle. She has a very tight grip. I don't know why I just didn't go for the choke here. I think I was just so hell-bent on getting that transition to the step over. But when you're doing it, if they're giving you a hard time and clasping their hands together like she was, just go for the choke instead of trying to use the side triangle as a hold to get the kimura.
She said, have I got a little story for you? What you thought was your daddy was nothing but a while you were sitting home alone.
She has a really good takedown. Did you see that shot? And she was doing a very good job of not letting me touch the back of her head. Like, that was really good defense.
Sorry I didn't see him, but I'm glad we talked. I'm still alive.
So right now I have her in a body triangle. Remember, keep the lock of the triangle on the top side. If you have it on the bottom, they can ankle lock you, but a way to defend against this ankle lock is to basically just stiff arm the back of their head. And then you can get a kimura from there, which is what my coach recently did to me. So here I'm going to my head. That way her torso lifts up so I can get, I think I just got kneed in the face there. So I can get the lock. And then from here, I just transition to a regular kimura when you have, you know, the knee in their back. And then here I'm going for the choke. I'm pulling on the tricep to get the side choke. And then she's doing the defense of both. She's doing the choke defense of putting the arm by her head, and then now she's trying to also use her legs to protect her arm. So of course she's getting wise to what I'm doing because I'm basically doing the same thing over and over again to see, you know, it's like, it's nice when you do the same attack on somebody and they get wise to it and their defense increases, then it makes your offense better because you have to respond to their defense. So sometimes I like being completely obvious in what I'm about to do, because then their defense gets better and that forces my offense to get better. And it's just, you know, when you're playing the game of jiu-jitsu, it's like, who has a deeper game in a specific area. And sometimes it's like when you're playing and everybody wants to get you down their own rabbit hole of the game that they want to play. So a lot of times you can stop that right from the get-go by grip fighting. Grip fighting is one of those things where it's like, it's so understated, but it's literally the first move in the chess match. And if you let them set up all of their grips, they're basically controlling the board and funneling you down their game. So one tip, if you haven't learned anything from this video, is when you first start rolling, don't let them get a grip, okay? If they touch the back of your head, if they touch your collar, if they get a grip on your sleeve, if they get a grip on your ankle, if they get a grip anywhere on you, address the grip strip, and then proceed to your game. Don't just ignore the grip and try to do something, because that grip, so here what I'm doing is I did ballerina toes and kept my heels close to my butt. And see how I was touching her near side arm? I was doing that on purpose to distract her because I really wanted to go for her far side arm to go for the spinning arm bar. Right now she's doing a great job of hipping out and not letting me go to my head to lift her back up off the mat, because she knows as soon as her back gets lifted up off the mat, I'm sneaking that bottom leg through. So right here, she is doing such a great job of circling out to try to prevent that side triangle from even happening. So see how much more difficult it is to get this on her this time versus like the first time. So her defense every time was getting better and better and better.
Mama always told me, boy, count your blessings. Pop the molly, I'm swing. 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 Say your prayers, it's a one. Don't forget my son to include everyone. I tuck you in or within, keep you free from sin till the Sandman he comes. Sleep with one eye open, gripping your pillow tight. Exit light.
So I'm keeping my head low. She's trying to get her bottom knee in. That's a very smart move. Anytime that you are, here's the number one thing anytime you have ever lost side control, I bet you any money it was because the near side, your near side knee, there was a centimeter of space between your knee and their hip. Like next time, I was watching a white belt the other day, and he was just hell-bent on getting an Americana. As he was going for the Americana, the purple belt was escaping every single time. And it was because the white belt was so focused on the Americana that he forgot to keep his knee right up against their near side hip. And if you leave space, even a centimeter, an upper belt will sneak their knee and they'll hip out, and you make even more space for their knee. So thank you so much for watching. Yeah, and until next time, remember, eat your carbs after working out, or else you'll feel like passing out. All right, bye.